Welcome back to our next segment, and I am so thrilled to introduce Karina Martija-Harris, the Director of Community Partnerships at the Youth Marine Foundation. Karina, welcome to Cityline for your first visit.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. I know other people from the organization have been on, but I have never been on, so this is an experience I was really looking forward to.
Well, I'm happy that I get to be here today to welcome you. Now, not all of our viewers may know, what does the Youth Marine Foundation do and who do you serve?
Yeah, so the Youth Marine Foundation, we understood that the maritime industry offers so many career paths, but the problem is that not a lot of people know how to navigate it. So what we're trying to do is provide opportunities for anybody as young as 13 to be connected to the maritime industry. We have programs for anybody as old as 13, as well as adults 18 and up that might be looking for their next career move after high school graduation, or they are looking for their next career transition.
That is fantastic. What inspired the program? I mean, this is a unique program in many ways, so what inspired it?
Yeah, well, Tacoma is such a maritime thriving town, especially with the port that's very, very accessible, and people see big container ships pull in and out all the time. So we really wanted to provide an opportunity for anybody as old as 13 to be able to have an opportunity to touch the sound, as well as get to explore some maritime career pathways.
And maritime education is important.
Yes, maritime education is extremely important, and it opens up so many doors. And the common perception in the maritime industry is that you have to be aboard a container ship or a big ship and sail for 6 months or more out of the year, which is not true at all. There are several careers that you can have in maritime and not have to go sail if you don't want to sail.
Oh, that's something new I learned right there. Now, you deal with a lot of youth coming through your doors and onto the ships. Can you tell us a story about a youth whose life you've impacted?
Sure. So in this past year alone, we've served over 7,000 youth, and some of our youth go to colleges or they decide to go to local colleges in the area such as TCC. But there was one story that we received just recently that they ended up going to Cal Maritime, which is one of the state maritime academies in the U.S. And they actually did choose to sail, to choose a major that involved sailing. And he personally thanked our board president, Tom Rogers, for all the mentoring and all of the exposure, because he said his commercial cruise for his first year actually ended up being very, very easy because of the mentoring and the education that he received through our Sea Scout program.
Well, that's fantastic. That almost answers our next question, which is, how does the Youth Marine Foundation impact Tacoma and beyond?
Yeah, so as I previously mentioned, Tacoma is such a maritime town, and one of the things that we're really trying to do is help bring the community together, because sometimes across industries there's so many silos out there. We really want to help break those silos. So what we're doing is we're starting monthly events. Sometimes that includes us actually taking our training vessel, the Doolin-Rogers, which is 110 feet.
Which I think we have up on the screen
Yes.
right now.
And that also provides opportunities for kids to learn knot tying, line drills such as you previously saw on the screen, and an opportunity for people to really explore Tacoma. So we, on September 10th, actually, if folks want to come, it's entirely free and open to the community. We have a monthly networking event that the Doolin-Rogers will actually leave the dock, and we're going to explore some of Tacoma's highlights, such as Point Defiance, and give an opportunity for folks to touch the water while networking aboard.
That's fantastic. You know, having been on the Doolin-Rogers before, it is a beautiful ship, and there's so much that you gain from the knowledge that you can be up there with. So I would definitely recommend people to go to that event on September 10th and check it out. Now, with maritime careers, how do you help those students find the pathways?
Sure. So aboard the Doolin-Rogers, we have a wonderful captain, Vern, as well as a first mate, Scott, and they really help take their industry knowledge and teach the youth knot tying. There's line drills. I know some of the kids have gotten to experience a man overboard drill, which has been fun. Some of the youth have gotten to experience too, like marine science education programs through Sammy and Soda. our local schools in the area. And in addition to that too, if one of the students isn't a participant in our school programs during the day, then we also have after school programs as well. And if they can't make those after school programs, then there's also a program on the weekend that they could participate in. And then I don't want to give too much away. I'll talk about it later, but we're going to be launching another program here soon too.
Ooh, a little bit of a teaser right there.
Yes.
How can the community support you and get involved? What can we do?
Sure. So we are always looking for volunteers. I personally myself wouldn't have gotten my foot in the door in the maritime industry without volunteers through a program similar that I participated in when I was growing up. So we're always looking for volunteers. In addition to volunteers, we're always looking for mentors for the youth as well. There's also ways to get involved, like with my community events, if people wanted to reach out to me to volunteer or attend. That's an avenue. And then, of course, as a nonprofit, we are always looking for donations as well. So if people would like to donate to help support the next generation, that's an option as well.
Fantastic. Now, as we come towards the end of our segment, you teased it. Now I have to ask, what's next for the Youth Marine Foundation? What is the secret you have?
Yes, so we actually, in partnership with the Washington State Department of Transportation, we are launching a WAVE program, and that will provide opportunities for anybody 18 and up to potentially get their foot in the door in the maritime industry. So some people don't know, depending on the job, there are certain credentials that you have to obtain, such as a merchant mariner credential or a transportation workers identification credential. So if folks were to apply to this program and get accepted, then that could help them get their foot in the door and potentially pursue a career with the Washington State Ferries or other maritime careers. The maritime industry is going through a silver tsunami, is what people call it, to where people that are on the brink of retirement will decide to retire, and then that will leave a knowledge gap, an age gap, as well as an employment gap. So through our partnership with the Washington State Department of Transportation, we're trying to counteract that.
That's great. That's going to be, the WAVE program is going to be fantastic, I think.
Yes. And depending on the need too, there might be a way for folks to participate without cost to them.
Excellent. Even better. Now, you talked about the event on September 10th. Do we need to pre-register for that, or is it just a show-up event?
Yes, so folks need to register because the Doolin-Rogers does have a capacity, and we want to know who's aboard for safety reasons. It's on my LinkedIn. People can connect with me as well as the Youth Marine Foundation on LinkedIn. We have a Facebook page, or go to our website at tacomaymf.org. In addition to the September 10th event, we also have our annual celebration on September 21st. Folks can locate tickets for that via our website.
Wonderful. Karina, thank you so much for joining us today on Cityline for your first time, and I hope we will see you back many, many more times after this.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. We're going to be back in just a moment with Rachel and Victoria, who are going to gossip with us here in the studio. And you'll find out more about what that means shortly. And then Claire's busily over there with Natalie working on that zucchini.
Shredding away, baby.
We'll see you back in just a moment.